Chairman. Thank you, Madam Administrator. I stay in close contact with the business report. There's been some very specific information that comes out of this conversation. Sorry, thank you. Sorry about that. I apologize. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Madam Administrator. I want to report back to the businesses in my communities, which I stay in close contact with, some of these information. It is correct that you have closed the New York City SBA office in Federal Plaza. Is that correct?
Congressman, we are working on moving offices out of sanctuary cities.
I'm asking, did you close the office? Is it still open or is it closed at this moment in time?
I believe it's still open.
It's still open. I'll note that Federal Plaza is where Federal Courthouse is, where we have New York Police Department headquarters and other government organizations right in the Wall Street area, very safe, secure area, and easily accessible by mass transit. Are we continuing to operate, just for nearby purposes, the Bridgeport, Connecticut office, or we intend to close that?
I can get you a list of the offices that we currently have open. I believe we still have it, and we have our small business development centers as well across the New York and Connecticut area.
And what about Newark, New Jersey? Is that office open, closed, planned to be closed?
Like I said, I can get you the full list. Right now, I believe they're operating.
All right, I will share that. I will share that with the folks that we have.
Had no staff.
What is the head count of the expected of the Long Island office that will replace the New York City office?
Well, certainly we want to optimize our field to ensure that small businesses are being served. We think that sometimes for small businesses to approach a federal building can be intimidating and not as accessible, and particularly when they're in sanctuary cities.
I don't mean to be rude, but I just wanted a specific number. You don't have that number at this stage.
Yeah, we're developing it.
Right. Okay.
Continue to
so I'll report that we don't know how many people will be in the Long Island office, replacing that which is in the New York City office.
We'll have sufficient staff to meet the needs of small businesses.
When I went onto your website, I did not see any specific information regarding tariffs, and that is the single most asked question that I get from small businesses. What are the tariffs? What's the percentages? Do you intend to have a distinct page on small business website that a business can go to look at and see what the tariff policies are?
Congressman, on our homepage, we have our onshoring portal that allows small businesses to access resources that can direct them to onshore suppliers to strengthen their supply chains and ensure that they
But you don't have specific information that when a business is trying to price its product or service, it needs to know certain specific information, and it needs to know exactly what the tariffs are for the particular country, for the particular product. Just yesterday, there was an announcement that steel and aluminum may be going from 25% up to 50%. We don't know if that's true. There may be a deal that comes down tomorrow or maybe not with a company. And I want to be able to direct someone, and so either you do or you won't have that in the Small Business Administration website. Do I assume that that is not the case? You're going to refer them to some other location for that information?
The tariff conversations are ongoing, and the President has implemented 10% reciprocal tariffs in the meantime, and
amongst
the
other things.
administration will continue to ensure that.
All right, we'll try to find the information I can, and I'll share it. Should I inform the small businesses in my area that the organization is going to cease all efforts for women, minority, and disabled-owned businesses, the initiatives that have existed in the past, given the policies toward inclusion, diversity, and equity?
That's incorrect, Congressman. We're streamlining and unifying our services to ensure that there's not confusion and too much bureaucracy for small businesses to deal with.
Does that mean there will continue to be programs for women, minority, and disabled
Our
organizations?
services are available to all who qualify. We don't pick winners and losers. We don't.
Well, no one's asking you to pick it, but there have been
political
specific initiatives. I'm not meaning to be contentious, but there's been specific initiatives to assist those who are women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, and disabled-owned businesses. And those initiatives which assist people in those categories, are they going to be continued or are they going to end?
We continue our compliance with statutory requirements for small business contracting.
That doesn't sound like a firm commitment, but I appreciate your answers. Mr. Chairman, I yield back my time.
The gentleman yields his time back. I now recognize